Forget everything you think you know about tractors, because some machines break every rule. From futuristic monsters built for extreme farming, to engineering experiments that look like they rolled out of a sci-fi movie. These tractors shouldn't exist, yet somehow they do. Get ready for 10 impossible tractors you won't believe exist. Insane designs, unreal power, and machines that push farming beyond imagination. Number 1. Case IH Magnum AFS Connect. When Case IH unveiled the Magnum AFS Connect, it felt like something out of a science fiction movie. A tractor without a driver, no steering wheel, no cab, just a sleek, futuristic red body and a brain powered by artificial intelligence. This isn't a prototype anymore. It's real, and it's working in fields across the world. The Magnum AFS Connect is a fully autonomous tractor designed to plow, seed, and harvest with no human sitting inside. Operators can control it remotely using a tablet or computer. With the tap of a screen, they can plan routes, monitor fuel, and track field progress, all from miles away. The tractor's intelligence is powered by GPS, radar, LiDAR sensors, and high-definition cameras. It creates a 3D map of its surroundings and reacts in real time, avoiding obstacles, adjusting for terrain, and optimizing its route automatically. In essence, it sees the world just like a self-driving car. Under the hood, it carries a 400-horsepower diesel engine that delivers immense torque. But unlike traditional machines, there's no driver input, no pedals, no steering. Everything is guided by advanced algorithms that ensure perfect precision in every pass. Imagine the tractor works while you sleep. It plants with millimeter accuracy, saves fuel by minimizing overlaps, and collects performance data continuously. This is not just automation, it's revolution. Many farmers were skeptical at first, calling it too futuristic. But now, after witnessing its performance, it's clear that the Magnum AFS Connect represents the next evolution of agriculture. It proves that tractors are no longer just machines. They are intelligent partners working hand in hand with humans. The age of autonomous farming isn't coming, it's already here. And the Case IH Magnum stands as its red roaring symbol of progress. Number 2. New Holland NH2. While the world's tractors roared with diesel engines, New Holland quietly designed one that ran on hydrogen. The New Holland NH2 wasn't just a tractor, it was an experiment in rewriting the laws of energy. First revealed in 2009, the NH2 was the world's first hydrogen-powered tractor, developed as part of New Holland's energy-independent farm project. Instead of burning fuel, it used hydrogen fuel cells to generate electricity, powering dual electric motors that drove the wheels and PTO. The results were astonishing. Zero emissions, near-silent operation, and instant torque. No smoke, no vibration, no pollution. The only byproduct was pure water vapor that trickled from its exhaust pipe. For the first time in history, farmers could imagine running powerful machinery that didn't harm the environment. The NH2 produced about 106 horsepower, enough for heavy-duty fieldwork like plowing, seeding, and mowing. Its hydrogen tanks could power it for an entire workday, and refueling took minutes, much faster than charging a battery. But the real genius wasn't just the tractor. It was the ecosystem behind it. New Holland envisioned farms producing their own hydrogen using solar or wind energy. That meant farmers could literally create their own fuel, making the farm a closed-loop, zero-carbon operation. The NH2 also featured advanced electric controls, a digital dashboard, and regenerative braking that recovered energy. In the field, it was almost eerie, quiet, smooth, and completely odorless. Farmers described it as driving the future. Unfortunately, high production costs kept it from mass manufacturing. But as hydrogen technology improves, the NH2's vision is closer to reality than ever. It proved that sustainable power isn't just a dream, it's an inevitable future for farming. When people talk about impossible tractors, few come closer to that definition than this one. Because the New Holland NH2 didn't just work the soil, it worked for the planet. Number 3. Lamborghini Mach VRT Most people don't know this, but Lamborghini's history didn't begin with cars. It began with tractors. Ferruccio Lamborghini started his company building farm machines after World War II, and decades later, that DNA of power and style lives on in the Lamborghini Mach 5 RT, a tractor so bold it looks like it belongs on a racetrack rather than a field. The Mach VRT is a high-performance farming marvel built for precision, power, and luxury. Beneath its aggressive bodywork lies a 6.1-liter Deutz TCD engine producing over 270 horsepower, paired with a continuously variable transmission (VRT) that allows infinite speed control without shifting gears. It's seamless power, no jolts, no lag, just pure smooth acceleration whether you're crawling through crops or racing down a road. The cab of the Mach VRT feels more like a luxury car than a tractor. It has leather seating, digital touch displays, automatic climate control, and even ambient lighting. Every control is at your fingertips, from GPS navigation to adaptive power management. But make no mistake, this isn't just for show. The Mach VRT's engineering is all business. It features electronic lift control, precision hydraulics, and load sensing technology that automatically adjusts power depending on the implement's demand. That means it delivers full strength only when needed, saving fuel while maintaining raw output when the job gets tough. The design itself is aerodynamic and futuristic, painted in Lamborghini's iconic metallic silver and black. Farmers who own one say it turns heads wherever it goes, not just for looks but for its commanding presence. It's hard to imagine calling a tractor beautiful, but the Mach VRT truly is. It's a symbol of how far agricultural technology has come, merging luxury, performance, and intelligence into one powerful machine. When Lamborghini builds a tractor, it's not just about farming, it's about making a statement. The Mach VRT proves that even the hardest work can be done in pure Italian style. Number 4. Mercedes-Benz MB-Trac 1800 Intercooler. Back in the late 1970s, when most tractors were slow and heavy beasts, Mercedes-Benz introduced something entirely different, a tractor that combined automotive precision, symmetry, and unmatched engineering. That machine was the MB-Trac 1800 Intercooler, and it quickly earned its place among the greatest tractors ever made. This tractor was a masterpiece of balance. Unlike most tractors that had small front tires and large rears, the MB-Trac used equal-sized wheels on both ends, giving it perfect traction and stability. Its cab was placed in the middle of the frame, distributing weight evenly across both axles, ideal for heavy pulling and loader work. Power came from a 6-cylinder Mercedes OM352A turbocharged engine, delivering around 212 horsepower, a massive figure for its time. It was smooth, efficient, and nearly indestructible. The intercooler system provided improved torque and cooling, allowing it to run for hours under extreme conditions. What made the MB-Trac impossible wasn't just its engineering, it was its versatility. It had 3 attachment points, front, rear, and mid-mounted. Farmers could use it for plowing, mowing, snow clearing, and even forestry work, all by simply switching attachments. Some models were fitted with reversible controls, allowing the operator to rotate the seat and drive backward as easily as forward. Inside the cab, Mercedes brought its luxury touch, suspension seating, clear visibility, and sound insulation that made it comfortable for long shifts. Even the steering and braking systems were automotive-grade, giving it a driving feel unmatched in its era. The MB-Trac 1800 intercooler was so well built that many are still in use today, 40 years later. Collectors worldwide prize them not only for their power, but for their craftsmanship. It was a tractor, decades ahead of its time, one that combined the heart of a workhorse with the soul of a Mercedes. Even now, when it rolls across a field, farmers stop and stare, because they know the MB-Trac wasn't just a tractor. It was an engineering legend. Number 5. Belarus 4522 DT. When you think of high-tech farming, you might picture sleek machines from America or Germany, but the Belarus 4522 DT from Minsk Tractor Works proves that raw mechanical power can sometimes outlast all the gadgets in the world. Built in Belarus, this tractor is an absolute monster. towering nearly 12 feet high and weighing over 25 tons. Its Caterpillar C18 diesel engine produces a staggering 450 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful conventional tractors ever built in Eastern Europe. But the 4522 DT isn't about luxury or technology, it's about brute force and indestructibility. Unlike modern Western tractors filled with electronics and computers, this beast is fully mechanical. Every control, from the throttle to the PTO, is manual. There are no microchips, no sensors, just gears, hydraulics, and muscle. That makes it incredibly reliable, especially in regions where electronic parts are hard to find or repair. The frame is made of reinforced steel, designed to survive decades of heavy plowing in harsh conditions, from Siberia's frozen tundra to Kazakhstan's scorching plains. Farmers in those regions call it the tractor that can't die. If something breaks, it can be repaired on site with a wrench and a torch. No fancy diagnostics needed. Inside the cab, things are surprisingly comfortable. It has air suspension, heating, and wide visibility, though it still feels more like the cockpit of a battle tank than a luxury machine. And in a way, that's what it is, a tank for the fields. The Belarus 4522 DT represents an engineering philosophy that's fading fast. Build machines that last forever. No software updates, no smart systems, just unstoppable mechanical willpower. It's proof that sometimes the impossible isn't in futuristic AI, it's in keeping old-school engineering alive and stronger than ever. Number 6. Steiger Panther KP525. Long before modern megatractors ruled the fields, there was one that redefined what big really meant: the Steiger Panther KP525. Built in the late 1970s by Steiger, a small family-owned company from Fargo, North Dakota, this machine was so massive and loud that farmers called it simply the Green Monster. At its heart was a 19-liter Detroit diesel 12V71T engine, a 12-cylinder turbocharged powerhouse that generated an earth-shaking 525 horsepower. This was the kind of engine normally found in tugboats and heavy trucks, not in a farm tractor. But Steiger's engineers wanted to build something unmatched, a tractor that could pull the biggest cultivators across endless wheat fields without breaking a sweat. The Panther KP525 weighed over 15 tons, with articulated steering and 4 enormous wheels that gripped the soil like claws. Its powertrain was so overbuilt that it could run day and night for weeks during planting or harvest season. Operating the Panther was an experience few forgot. When that Detroit diesel fired up, it roared like a jet engine. The vibration could be felt from the ground up, and the exhaust stacks shot out plumes of black smoke that could be seen from a mile away. But once it started moving, it wasn't chaos, it was poetry in motion. Smooth, powerful, unstoppable. Inside, it had a spacious cab for its era, with big windows for visibility and simple controls that anyone could learn. There were no screens or electronics, just pure mechanical command over hundreds of horsepower. Today, the Steiger Panther KP525 is a collector's dream. Only a handful survive, restored and maintained by enthusiasts who see it as a piece of American farming history. It's not just a tractor, it's a relic from a time when engineering meant going beyond reason, when size and strength were the only limits. The Panther wasn't just built to work the land. It was built to rule it. Number 7. Zetor Crystal 200. In the 1970s and 80s, when tractors were often judged by how long they could last, one machine quietly became a legend in the harsh farmlands of Eastern Europe: the Zetor Crystal 200. Made in Czechoslovakia, the Zetor Crystal wasn't flashy or high-tech, but it was unstoppable. Its 6-cylinder 7.7-liter diesel engine delivered a solid 200 horsepower, which was a massive figure for its time, especially for a tractor designed in the Eastern Bloc. What made the Crystal 200 impossible was its incredible durability and simplicity. The design was pure function: thick metal panels, easy access for maintenance, and an engine that could handle anything. It ran on poor quality fuel, survived freezing winters, and kept going even when parts were scarce. Many owners recall that these tractors could operate 10,000 hours without an overhaul. In regions where Western imports were impossible to get, the Zator crystal became a symbol of self-reliance and pride. Farmers called it the tractor that never sleeps. It also featured one of the first insulated, suspended cabs in its class, a huge deal for comfort back then. The cabin kept out noise, cold, and dust, letting farmers work longer hours in comfort. It wasn't luxurious, but it made a world of difference. Even today, you'll find Zator crystals still plowing fields in Slovakia, Poland, and Hungary, often passed down from father to son. They might not have GPS or automatic steering, but they've outlasted tractors that cost 10 times more. The Zator Crystal 200 proves one thing clearly. True engineering doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to work forever. Number 8. John Deere 8R4110 Autonomous Tractor. When John Deere unveiled the 8R410 autonomous tractor, it didn't just change farming, it erased the need for a driver entirely. This wasn't a concept or prototype. This was a production-ready, fully autonomous tractor, the kind that can plow an entire field without a human ever touching the steering wheel. At first glance, it looks like a typical John Deere, bright green body, yellow wheels, and that classic power stance. But when you step closer, you notice something missing. No driver sitting inside. The cab is empty because this machine drives itself. Powered by a 410 horsepower John Deere PowerTech 9.0L engine, the 8R combines brute mechanical strength with cutting-edge AI. It uses 6 pairs of stereo cameras, advanced GPS, LiDAR, and neural network processing to create a 360-degree 3D environment map of its surroundings. Every rock, ridge, and obstacle is detected, analyzed, and avoided in real time. All the farmer has to do is drive it to the field, set the geofence, and press Start on the John Deere Operations Center app. From that moment, the tractor takes over, plowing, turning, monitoring soil, and adjusting its path with centimeter-level accuracy. If something unexpected appears, an animal, a tree branch, or a person, it automatically stops and alerts the operator's phone. But what makes this machine truly impossible is how seamlessly it integrates intelligence with raw performance. It doesn't just follow orders, it learns. Using machine learning, it continuously refines its route efficiency, reduces fuel use, and maximizes soil coverage. Farmers can monitor everything, from engine load to tillage quality, right from their smartphones. Underneath that high-tech skin, it's still a beast of a tractor, full hydraulic power, massive tires for deep traction, and a transmission designed to handle endless hours in the toughest soil conditions. Many said autonomous tractors were decades away, yet here it is, already working on real farms in the US and Canada. For generations, John Deere represented dependable power, but with the 8R Autonomous, it's become a symbol of the future, a silent, tireless worker that never sleeps, never complains, and never makes a mistake. It's not just a tractor that drives itself, it's the moment farming became fully intelligent. In the evolution of agriculture, this is the machine that officially took the driver out of the cab and put them in control of an entire fleet from miles away. Number 9. Matrax 8x8 Trail Ripper. Picture a tractor that doesn't care about mud, snow, ice, or rivers. A machine that laughs at nature's obstacles. That's the Matrax 8x8 Trail Ripper, one of the most versatile, all-terrain agricultural vehicles ever created. Built in the snowy heart of Minnesota, this tractor uses 8 independently powered tracks, each able to grip the ground with unmatched traction. Instead of wheels, it rides on tank-like treads that allow it to crawl over rocks, wade through swamps, and even float on water. Underneath, a turbocharged diesel engine produces over 400 horsepower, feeding power through a hydraulic system that controls each track independently. The hull is fully sealed, giving it amphibious capability. Yes, it literally drives into a lake and swims across it using track paddles for propulsion. Inside, the operator's cab feels like a cross between a submarine and a snowcat. It's heated, pressurized, and fitted with advanced instrumentation. Visibility is excellent, and the joystick-based control system lets the driver command all 8 tracks precisely. The Trail Ripper isn't just a novelty. It's used in Arctic research, remote farming, and rescue operations where traditional tractors simply can't go. In Alaska and northern Canada, farmers and engineers rely on it to reach isolated areas during winter when roads disappear under deep snow. It's a machine born from necessity. When the land fights back, the Trail Ripper keeps going. No matter what terrain you throw at it, this tractor never quits. It's more than a tractor, it's an amphibious mechanical beast that redefines what off-road really means. Number 10. Horsch Lieb PT 350. At first glance, the Horsch Lieb PT 350 looks like something from a science fiction movie. A massive machine gliding across a field, its huge metal wings floating inches above the crops. This German-built tractor sprayer hybrid is one of the most advanced agricultural machines ever created. Powered by a 350 horsepower Mercedes-Benz engine, the PT 350 carries up to 8,000 liters of liquid fertilizer or pesticide. But what truly makes it impossible is its ultra-precise self-leveling boom. The boom stretches up to 120 feet wide and is controlled by ultrasonic sensors that scan the ground 500 times per second. No matter how uneven the terrain, the boom adjusts instantly, hovering at a constant height above the crop canopy. Watching it move is mesmerizing. It seems to float, effortlessly maintaining perfect alignment, even at 30 mph. The cab is pure German engineering, climate-controlled, ergonomic, and loaded with technology. A touchscreen interface controls everything: spray rate, boom position, even wheel alignment. It's so precise that it uses less chemical per acre than any conventional sprayer, saving money and protecting the environment. The Horsch Lieb PT 350 isn't just a tool, it's a masterpiece of mechanical choreography. Every part of it moves in harmony, guided by sensors and hydraulics, like a living machine that understands the land beneath it. Farmers who've seen it in action often say it looks like it's flying. And in a way, it is gliding over fields, whispering through crops, performing a job so perfectly it seems otherworldly. If the future of farming could be summarized in one machine, the PT 350 might just be it, an impossible mix of grace, intelligence, and raw power. You just saw machines that defy logic, engineering, and every idea of what a tractor is supposed to be. Which one blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments. If you love unbelievable machines, rare engineering, and crazy farm tech the world barely knows about, smash that like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the next list gets even wilder. Thanks for watching. And remember, the future of farming isn't coming. It's already here.